Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more FIFA 20 Career Mode rebuilds here today on the channel. If you want to see more rebuilds like this, the best thing you guys can do is to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on, let me know in the comments, feedback and suggestions, and feel free to leave a dislike. The main objective of my FIFA 20 Career Mode rebuilds is to win as much silverware as possible on Ultimate difficulty, with an emphasis on transfers and tactics to win at all means against the top European sides, our rivals, and getting to finals, with the main objective of winning the UEFA Champions League. Also got to give a huge shout out to Mr. Rebuild himself, Jared HD. I've made the decision from now on that all my FIFA Career Mode rebuilds will be a culmination of my episodically released Career Mode series. A bit of a montage, if you will, so we can have the best of both worlds. Hour-long Career Mode content and episodically released videos. Now, understandably, this style of edited rebuild will have some slight continuity errors within my commentary, calling things episodes and asking for signings and feedback when the series is already concluded. But apart from that, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this hour-long Career Mode series, and I have more to come. Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome to the start of a brand new FIFA 20 Career Mode series here today on the channel. We're back on Fiverr's Realism mod on Ultimate difficulty. We're going to be playing as Leicester City. We're going to be rebuilding Leicester here today. 5,000 to 1. The Foxes were rated to win their Premier League title winning season, so miracles do happen here. Of course, in real life, with the absence of Harry Maguire, Leicester were looking to have an upheaval of a season. However, under Brendan Rodgers, they have blitzkrieged ahead in the season and are playing fantastic football. Here today in our career series, we're going to try and match it and potentially do better. The main objective for this series is to win the Premier League, go on a cup run in the FA and Carabao Cup, and see how well we go. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on, let me know in the comments, feedback and suggestion, and players you would like me to sign in January. We're looking for a new striker, an attacking midfielder, a centre-back, and potentially a goalkeeper as well. We've got a couple of players on the shortlist here, from Shaqiri, Dembele, Daley Blind, Alamo as well. With the exit of Zlatan Ibrahimovic from LA Galaxy, it looks like there's going to be a mass exodus from LA. So we made the decision to go out and sign the left winger Pavon, the Argentine international. We're going to have to try and find value in the market, although we have wealthy owners and we've been given a war chest of £55,000. We're going to have to find value in the transfer market and be incredibly shrewd. We've signed Pavon, the Argentine, 23 years of age, evaluated at £39 million for 33. I've inquired Jurgen Klopp about the services of Shaqiri. Now, he's obviously had a bit of a tough time this season in real life, at Liverpool being the second and third sort of right choice, right winger. And I've made the decision to go out and sign the Swiss international, the Swiss captain. He's Premier League proven, playing for Stoke and, of course, Liverpool. For £24 million, I want to hopefully have him be similar to the Riyad Mahrez sided role on that right-hand side. Harvey Barnes has gone the other way. As much as I love Harvey Barnes in real life, and he works quite well for Leicester's 4-3-3, we are playing slightly more attacking, and we need to push and go in line into FIFA 20's pace, and just like the sluggish defense. So pace is key on FIFA 20. I've also gone out and signed Nathan Ake to eventually replace Harry Maguire, 24 years of age. He's worth £29 million, and we've allowed Sayenshu to go the other way. So £9 million for a player plus cash deal. We're currently negotiating with Olympic Lyon for the services of Moussa Dembele. Unfortunately, that transfer did fall through, and we went through a bit of a different option. Moussa Dembele and Weghorst are two different style players. Weghorst, I want him to be sort of fresh off the bench, more like the Olivier Giroud style role. He's 6'4", the Austrian international, plays for Wolfsburg. He's 81 rated, and he's going to be a little bit slow, a bit more of the target man. Leicester have been trying to have a target man for so long, with like what's his name? Islam Slimani. They've had so many. Just as a backup, a bit of a replacement, a bit of a mishmash of tactics just to change things up. But we've got Weghorst, hopefully can go and help us on. So this season for Leicester City, we're playing a slightly adapted Brendan Rodgers 4-3-3. Mine is more attacking. We're going to be playing high attacking octane, a gegenpress. We're going to be starting off the season here against Wolves. So this is the squad I'm going to be playing with this season. We have Pavon, Vardy and Shaqiri leading the line. Maddison is going to be my attacking midfielder. We're going to have Tielemans in the left-hand side along with Ndidi. Tielemans is going to be creating the play and sort of just creating the opportunities. Maddison's going to be blitzkrieging and pressing forward. He could nearly even play like a false nine. Maddison, he's so good even on the left. Indeed, he's going to be my defensively minded player. We've got Pereira on the right hand side in the right back pocket at 84 rated. He is like the epitome of a perfect wing back for FIFA 20, so we're going to be using him a lot. Ben Chilwell, in real life heavily rumoured to be potentially leaving to join Chelsea in the January transfer window in real life, but we'll just see if that deal goes through. Not the best player on FIFA 20, but functionally can work quite well. Nathan Ake and Sayenshu in the back line there, and we've got Kasper Schmeichel in goal. Weghorst, Gray, Perez, Albrighton, Evans, Ward and Pratt on the bench will be making appearances this season. So first real test against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Adama Traore has been blowing up in the recent months in real life. He is such a quality player, and I can't wait to see how Wolves perform this season, because they're going to be pushing us. They're going to be going for that fourth spot, which we're going to try and target and isolate, obviously in real life. But to be honest, if I don't win the Premier League this season, especially with that European competition, I'll consider this series a failure, and especially if I don't do both the cups. Tielemans to Vardy. Vardy takes a touch, beats one, goes for goal, and Bolly with a nice block there. On the counter-attack, Adama Traore puts it aerially to Jota, trying to get it down to Raul Jimenez. The tackle comes in, Raul drops back. Johnny on the right-hand side. What a team Wolves have built. Jal Moutinho there gets the shot away. Adama trying to win this one back. Tielemans with the flick on. Very early on, Wolves have answered every single high-octane attacking run we've presented with them. And Raul Jimenez puts it aerially, trying to out-header Ricardo there. And it's Adama Traore to make it 1-0 just before the 21st there. Sloppy in the final third. We haven't quite got the height in our fullback and defence. We will be massively missing Harry Maguire, but miracles have happened at Leicester before. Adama Traore makes it 1-0. Schmeichel trying to bring it out from the back. Sayenshu finds Pereira, Shaqiri to Ndidi, Tielemans. Also this season, especially if I get a massive offer for any one of my players, United might come sniffing around. Maddison, Barcelona to Ricardo Pereira, and Arsenal to Jamie Vardy. I joke. But I will potentially accept it, because we are playing on Fiverr's realism mod, so you do get the realistic evaluation for players. 1-0 down, we're still trying to create something here against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Really cool branded side. I can't wait to see the potential of Wolves in the future. Unfortunately, Neves there gives away a penalty pretty early on, just before the 39th, and we have a chance to claw something back at the Den for the Foxes, trying to make it 1-1. Jamie Vardy, my designated penalty kick taker, is going to step up and try and take this one. But if we can try and hold on to this contingent of players, we should have a good run. Jamie Vardy eyeing up Lopez. Vardy is going to hammer it to the right. Can the Foxes bring it back? And we can. It's the man, Jamie Vardy. Chat shit get banged to make it 1-1 there, clinching the penalty just before the 40th. And that's something special there. Hopefully as well, you'll be getting a bit of a run in the England squad in real life and potentially in FIFA as well. Opening match of the season against Wolves. Like I said, they're pushing for that top 4, top 6 bracket. So it's a bit more of a challenge than you'd think. We're not facing a team in the relegation battle towards the bottom half. John Moutinho trying to get the ball aerially there. Wolves just have the height over my centre-backs. As much as Nathan Ake and Soyuncu are quality defenders, they do lack the height, and the aerial balls are working quite well. We just need to keep it along the deck, have some nice high-octane, and make sure we have good intricate passes there. Pavon puts it on a plate for Tillemans, and Patricio comes out with the punch. Maddison retaining possession, dropping it back to Ndidi, recycling it now. Tillemans, Vardy turns his man, and unfortunately Shaqiri can't get around that one. It's 1-1 just before the 56th. Ndidi gobbles up and recycles possession once more. Jamie Vardy looking to turn his man, goes for goal, it's blocked, but Maddison picks up the crumbs there on ultimate difficulty. What a magnificent goal by James Maddison there. Like I said, I sort of want to play him as a bit of a false nine sometimes, be the attacking midfielder, push up, help Jamie Vardy, sometimes fluidly change this formation to it's sort of like a 4-3-3 attack to a 4-2-4 and sort of blitzkrieg the enemy opposition. Good job. Maddison puts it aerially, and it's a poor cross into the box there. Gibbs White trying to bring out something, but once again Ndidi playing that in that N'Golo Kante role, really recycling and halting Wolves to get it out of their final third, or our attacking final third. Raul Jimenez, Adama, Traore, Raul, Adama still going forward there along with Raul. Gibbs White's in the box here in a dangerous area, slips through the pass. Raul Jimenez puts it wide to the left. It's time to make some substitutions. Pavon and Shaqiri have been absolutely exhausted in this match, so let's try and change things up, and we'll try and go aerially ourselves. We've got Weigos and Perez. He's got the passing, the crossing and finishing acumen, but not quite the acceleration or sprint speed, but he'll do quite well. That goes for Weigos and Perez as well. Wolves looking to claw something back here in the dying moments. It's Jota to Johnny. Back to Johnny. A lot of space there at the edge of Leicester's box. And Kasper Schmeichel has conceded an absolute howler there. 2-2 in the 90th minute from Johnny. Last minute header there for Leicester. But it looks like it's going to fizzle out. 2-2 in the opening match of the season. We concede a late, sloppy, last-minute goal. We were gifted with the penalty there, creating and the Jamie Vardy slot. A good goal there by Maddison, but comparing finances and our recently spent 55 million, I'd still think that this Wolves squad is a better quality and has probably had more spent on it. 2-2 is not a bad result for the opening match of the season, and we are starting a brand new career series, so I am still learning the squad. We've got another match here today against Chelsea, and we're going to be facing them at Stamford Bridge. We're facing Frankie Lampard's Chelsea. Let's see who they're going to be playing with, and if their starting 11 has changed with their transfer ban being lifted in January in real life, but in FIFA it's not banned. I kind of wish it was. Kind of like in FIFA 15 or 16 I was from the top of my head. I think, yeah, Luis Suarez was banned for 4 months in career mode, along with in real life. They've got Kepa, Rudiger, Alonso back from his injury, Pedro Pulisic, David Neres, the Brazilian, I believe, from the Netherlands, has signed. Vardy there, Leicester playing in the pink kit. Madison finds Shaqiri on the right-hand side. Shaqiri breaking away. Alonso with the foul there. Shaqiri gains a free kick at the edge of the area. And it's a red as well. James Madison steps up to take this one as my designated free kick taker. However, on the angle, I think Xherdan Shaqiri, especially with the left foot, is better to deliver the knuckleball in rather than the spin. So we're going to go with a knuckleball right on a log stick, up and down. Shaqiri steps up to capitalise from Alonso's red card, and it's gone in just before the 11th minute there. That's actually crazy. I don't often score free kicks, especially on that tight angle. Xherdan Shaqiri, with his second match of the season, scores a sensational free kick, curling it around the wall, capitalising on Chelsea's red card. Kepa dives the right way, but only just gets a glove to it and nearly guides it in. But Xherdan Shaqiri is living up to that evaluation and destiny to hopefully be the next Riyad Mahrez. Madison now burning the Chelsea defence. Ricardo pushing forward there. Madison now cuts back in the box. Goes for goal, but can't beat Kepa. 18 minutes on, we're absolutely over Chelsea like a red rash. Madison now trying to bring in fellow Foxes. N'Golo Kante, our former player, sitting back there now. Shaqiri feels like an absolute world beater now after picking that first goal. Can he get his second? It shouldn't. Shaqiri, the former Liverpool reject, has signed for Leicester, and he is absolutely on fire. He's still got what it takes to compete in the Premier League there. The number set, the 11 on the right hand side there. Nice sort of build up play from Leicester. A phenomenal free kick from Shaqiri, and what a finish to make it 2-0. Chelsea trying to build something up from their one player down, and under the command of Frankie Lamps, Pedro finds Neres. Tielemans can't quite get the tackle in. Nathan Ake gets burned. Sayunshu has to go and save it, but the shot goes wide of the right. Shaqiri now on a hat-trick, still in the first half. Finds Vardy 30 minutes in. Indeed, he turns his man. Chelsea have capitulated at the back, but indeed he can't quite go for goal. I want to try and mould Ndidi sort of like a complete, and I mean a complete midfielder like N'Golo Kante. If Ndidi can just unlock in my season his goal scoring acclimate, he'd be unstoppable. Schmeichel to Sayunshu. Okay. Technically a little bit, we've probably got too many ball players in a defence, and they're not the biggest of physical specimens, Nathan Ake and Sayunshu. We need a bit more of a slab head, a brunt force defender in Ake, Maguire. Chelsea have brought it back a little bit here in the last couple of minutes in the first half. Jorginho, Neves, Chilwell saves, and Leicester trying to create one last counter-attack here before the whistle goes. Shaqiri's broken away, 3 minutes remaining for the hat-trick. And he's put it wide to the left, man. Nearly had a hat-trick on his second match of the season. Tielemans at the other end in the second half. The Foxes come out the traps incredibly early on, but once again, Ndidi recycles possession there and doesn't allow Chelsea to even get in our half of the pitch. Ndidi dominating N'Golo Kante there, holding him off well. Rudiger has to go route one and bomb it up just to break up our progressive and phenomenal passing display. Indeed, he does get tackled, but he's reclaimed the ball. Tielemans. Madison can't turn his man. Jorginho finds Batshuayi leading the line. Abraham, Giroud, but they've gone with Michi. I'm quite surprised about. Madison with a good back heel. Leicester trying to create an attack. They're sitting back with one player down. We're just finding the space easily. Tielemans gets tackled in the box, and it's not a penalty. Starting to make some substitutions here now. Let's bring on Weghorst, our target man. Let's bring on Pratt as well in the midfield. And we'll leave it at that. Madison delivering the free kick here now to Ndidi. And I was trying to find Weghorst, but I couldn't. 6'3", 6'4". United really could do with a player about him. He's probably only going to cost like £20 million. Especially with the injury to Rashford in real life. Anyway, Kovacic to Giroud at the other end. Yeah, the best way is to describe him as sort of like a younger Giroud. Football Manager fans, I'm sure you know who Weghorst is. You can pick him up for cheap. He plays for Wolfsburg. And he's not too bad in career mode, but target man, it's just down to your style of play. I don't personally like them too much, but in the second half it does create something a little bit different. Perez goes for goal, but his shot goes wide to the left. Perez in real life has a lot to offer, but in FIFA, not so much. I do opt to sell him when I used to play as Newcastle. He might be able to do a functional role in this series, we'll just have to see. But you never know, a massive offer might come in for him as he's a Spanish international. Neres, even though Chelsea haven't capitalised a lot in this match, there's a lot of quality up front. They've played alright, but as soon as that free kick went in, along with that red card, she was all over Red Rover. So a 2-2 draw to start off against Wolves, and a 2-0 victory over Chelsea with a Alonso red card. And an amazing Shaqiri free kick just before the 10th. Curls it around the wall, gets the angle perfect. Kepa tried his absolute best to get to it at full stretch, gets a glove, and it hammers in to the top right. Coming up here today, we have some matches against Manchester United, and then we face Mourinho's Tottenham Hotspur. It's still weird saying that. So we're back on our rebuild series, and we're still continuing on with our main objective of trying to win the Premier League, the FA Cup and Carabao Cup. If we don't hit any of those targets, I'll consider this series a failure. We're facing our former player Harry Maguire. Toon Koopminers, who the hell is that? Dutch international, I'm assuming with that name. One matter, Jakob Brun Larsen as well, and Greenwood. My God, how far Manchester United have fallen. We're coming off a 2-0 victory away against Chelsea and a 2-2 draw against Wolves. Here today, we can put some of the top 4 teams to the sword. Leicester on the attack. Vardy looking to score at the Stretford end, and he does just before the 8th minute there. It's Jamie Vardy to score. That's an absolute blinder of a goal there. Pavon, Shaqiri, charging from the front. Oh my God, the number 9, Jamie Vardy. Look how much room secret agent Maguire is giving us. Lindelof shambles at the back and allowing Jamie Vardy to score his 6th goal of the Premier League season. Chilwell on the left, opening up. Pavon dropping back, the former LA Galaxy man. Him and Shaqiri have a really nice front line there. And unselfishly goes for Shaqiri. It's off Luke Shaw. David De Gea with the kick out now. Trying to create something from the Red Devils. Greenwood does get the header on. But Ricardo Pereira, arguably one of the best right wing backs in the game, goals it up nicely. Chilwell on the left. He's just getting a lot of room there on Juan Mata, and it's gone out by Dallo. Where's Rashford? Where's Martial? Where's Pogba? That's what I want to know. Brun Larsen and Greenwood up top. We're playing on Fiverr's Ultimate Difficulty mod, so the player selection bug / glitch has been fixed. I reckon they're out with injury. However, Tillemans has created a massive opportunity there for the Foxes, but Madison fluffs up the header. Shaw trying to bring it out from the back. Finds Danny James. A nice overlapping run there. James blitzkrieging away. He's found it into Greenwood now. Puts it aerially for one matter. That's crazy doing that. On the counter-attack now in the 4-3-3. Madison finds Vardy. Vardy to try and get it back to Madison. Shaqiri's got acres of space there. Madison goes for goal. Pavon with the follow-up there. High attacking, high octane, momentum and fluidity. Managed to make a score there. We were relentless. We were unforgiving in the final third. A little bit sort of snatch and grab by the end there, getting that first shot blocked. But Pavon, the Argentine international, the number 7 at Leicester, scores his first goal of the campaign. Come on. Mata gives that one away sloppily. Chilwell back to Vardy. Tillemans on the right. Pavon, after scoring that first goal, is oozing with confidence on the left. Cuts back against Darlow. Back to Tillemans. He just goes straight for goal. And Shaqiri pulls out an absolute banger of a bicycle there just before half-time. Xherdan Shaqiri has scored some crazy goals in his career, and no less in this Leicester one. An amazing free kick in the last episode. Now a bicycle kick that you see him do on the international stage. It's a bicycle kick against David De Gea. Yeah, I'd say it's a bicycle kick, nearly leaning towards more of a scissor kick on the angle. But regardless, they're 3-0 against United, against the Red Devils. We're all over them like a rash. Half time has been done. Vardy finds Madison trying to create something from kickoff. Just proactively pushing forward is the play. We don't want to get stuck in lackadaisical pockets of space. We just want to try and push forward and progress the ball. Madison there gets a good opportunity before the 50th. But unfortunately, Luke Shaw snuffs that one out. United have found more luck on their left-hand side of their starting 11 than anything. I am worried about Greenwood because he is quite a good finisher there. And James nearly got slipped in. 3-0 up against United. I don't really care about scoring another goal, but I don't want to concede one. Brun Larsen has come off now. And Jay Lings has come on. What a joke. Jamie Vardy comes off for Weghorst. Look how much of a stonker of a man he is. 6'4". Hopefully he can create something here today. Even if he sort of wins the ball from the kick out and doesn't create a counter attack, that's why I got the likes of Weghorst. He's got a good strike on him. But I wouldn't mind using him for his heading accliments. Okay, good shot on there, Schmeichel. Even Liverpool, everyone could do with a Weghorst, trust me. Madison. Weghorst. That's a good ball over the top by the striker there. Dallow. If there was anyone else, they probably would have gobbled that one up. Pavon. Back to Weghorst. Can't curl it around. Hits it first time, though. Not bad by the striker. Limited opportunity so far. What is this squad, man? What are United doing? They must have had a cup competition nearby or something. Because this team is a joke. Look at these balls in. Schmeichel going to try and create a counter-attack here. Tillemans. Madison. Weghorst holds up the ball well. Oh, he just didn't have that agility. He wasn't quick enough. Yeah, that's some of the things I don't like about having target men, because they just get caught. Once you lose the ball in transition, it can be quite sluggish in FIFA 20 trying to get it back. It's going to be a corner kick here at the Stretford end. It's been easily dealt with by Shaqiri. And he's actually going to go all the way here. gaining the ball in our box. Dallo hasn't seen the run Shaqiri's on. He's found Maddison here. It's oh my god. That's the biggest counter-attack I've probably ever done. Shaqiri ran the length of the pitch. Maddison now, with the corner kick, finds Weghorst. Matic out headers him. At least the AI had the intelligence to mark him with their tallest player. He's the same height, if not taller than Matic Weghorst is. He's in the box now against Maguire. Weghorst. It's a good ball in. United trying to create something on the counter here. Nah. James has burnt Pereira there. Lingard, Jay Lings. Going to break away. Such a stupid name. I fucking love it, unironically. Tillemans, Weghorst. Oh, Maddison's still inside there, but Tillemans is holding his position more. No, oh, he would have been offside if he contested that against Luke Shaw, I reckon. James running the show, but that's it. The full-time whistle has blown. She's all over Red Rover. The Foxes beat the Red Devils here today, 3-0 at Old Trafford. Okay, guys, looking at the Premier League table, Jamie Vardy is the top goal scorer there. We sit in 4th, Man City in 1st, Liverpool in 2nd. We face Jose Mourinho's Tottenham Hotspur. I just find that so funny. I love Jose Mourinho so much. It's great to see him back in the Premier League. We're going to be hosting his Spurs squad at the King Power Stadium. Let's have a look and a sneak peek at their starting 11. Kane, Eriksen and Ndombele Dyer. Nothing's changed too much. They've still got the likes of Rose. Eriksen has joined Inter Milan by the looks of it in real life, but that transfer's still pending. Shaqiri, Maddison, Tillemans. A 3-0 victory at Old Trafford has galvanised the Foxes, and it does look likely if we can nail a couple more of these top 4, top 6 squads, steal the 3 points, we should be able to push on for the title. Tillemans here goes for goal. Lloris and the defence cover adequately. Son Heung-min with the ball in. Shaqiri intercepts. Maddison. Vardy looking to break away. There's a lot more just Leicester players on the right, and he's just going to have to go for it there. Maddison drops back into danger. Ndidi is just going to have to switch the play to the other side. Oh, no, he's going right through the guts. Maddison at the edge of the area. Trying to get it over the top. It's a poor corner kick there. That's not a bad header, though. What the hell? Vardy looking for fellow traffic, and that's a sizzler of a kick there. Ricardo Pereira. The bouncing ball is sometimes hard to track, and he was done there by Son Heung-min. Vardy back to Maddison. Ndidi on the deck to Pavon. The Foxes are away. The Foxes are in the box. We're in the proverbial sort of chicken coop. The cockerels are on the back foot. I don't know where I'm going with this. Foxes, chickens. I'm sure there's some sort of joke there. Foxes stink out the hen house. If we like lose at Spurs or something. Oh, here we go. Pavon. It's a good shot there. Man, oh man, where is this defensive consistency and consolidation under a Mourinho side you'd think of? Vardy goes for goal! Nearly drags that one in. Cold reception by Kane. You forget that a couple seasons ago, Leicester were lining up with Harry Kane and Jamie Vardy on the bench. How funny is that when Harry Kane was on loan to them? Maddison now. Vardy. Oh, he's drawn it away. Finish it! Oh no! It was an open net. The amount of chances we are creating is just nuts. Maddison. Yes! Thank God for that. 1-0 just before the 40th there. It's James Maddison breaking away just before the 40th minute there. Phew! Thank the gods for that. James Maddison breaks the deadlock before half time. Alright, we really can push on here. Once we've started a trickle in the defensive backwater of Spurs, we should be able to cause a flood. Oh no, Laurie. Oh, Lucas actually. Oh, nearly angled that one in. I was reading the comments the other day as well. There was an interesting comment that I wanted to talk about. It was Simpzy, why do you sign so many attacking players rather than defenders? Well, that is because... Okay, so attackers, you need goals to win in FIFA. And most defenders are pretty one-dimensional. And there's no point of blowing like £50 million on a defender because they're all quite good. And also, I try to not rely on my defense at all. I try to not lose the ball in midfield and push for the attack. The creative players you need for pace, agility, momentum, and finishing. There's a massive difference between someone who's like a 70 to 75 finisher towards a 90. They're also more enjoyable to play with. Defenders are quite boring in game as well. Like, we've got Nathan Ake, we've got Seonshu, but as long as Ndidi sort of recycles possession, we're not going to have to rely on them too well. And especially with timed tackling, there's not too much of a difference, especially with containing as well, compared to like having a Ramos or a Van Dijk. Physically, there are attributes, of course. More physical and height, the better. Stops those balls into the box. But personally, you want to try and outscore the opposition because there's more. There's also the element with FIFA as well. There's more randomness and unluckiness and RNG. There we fucking go from the defense. Like, there's not much. No defenders or goalkeepers are probably going to save that unless you blow heaps of money. You're better off having the attacking quality to go forward there. So there was nothing really I could do about that. Harry Kane has shot that from 30 yards, and that was semi-scripted there. No way Kasper Schmeichel was going to save that one. It's 1-1, so I hope that sort of explains it. I guess if you rely on your defense and you're not attacking, you're not creating chances, it might be better. But yeah, it also depends on players as well. I recommend players for my style. I like to be incredibly attacking. I play a 4-3-3. I like to push and keep possession and not waste it and try and score as many goals as possible. I like to outscore the opposition rather than sort of sit back, because even that's bad for the sort of scripting engine. If you play negative football, the opposition team will just absolutely run through you. On Ultimate difficulty and Legendary, it doesn't really matter. You can play however you want on like lowers. But hopefully that sort of explains. Maybe I should do some tutorials, because I've been playing FIFA for a long time, and there are new people coming to FIFA 20 and coming and going. Maybe I should do sort of tips. But the best tip I can probably offer, Vigos there's made it 2-1 in the 86th there, turning his man. He's stuck on Lloris there. But the best opportunity is, I personally prefer going for players, attacking players with pace, speed, and finishing. But if you don't play that style of football, there's no point in doing it. So try and look on the databases, try and look on FIFA, and try and match your playing style to the best possible players. If you like a player, have a look as to why that is stats-wise, and then maybe try and find a higher rated or a player with higher stats and you'll improve. 2-1 here, though, against Spurs. Vigos has scored his first goal of the season, and hopefully we can hold off, because we've managed to outscore Spurs here today, even though we've had our fair share of the opportunities. 2 have fallen through us, but Spurs have only really had one real chance, and they capitalised from it. You also, especially on this difficulty, on Ultimate, you want to try and limit the chance creation there and funnel it in. Gray on the counter-attack now as a poor pass, but it's okay. The whistle has blown out. 2-1 against Spurs. And a 2-0 victory against United. Liverpool, Arsenal and Man City are still on the chopping block to come. We're coming off a 3-0 victory over Manchester United and a 2-1 victory over Jose Mourinho's Spurs. Coming up here today, we have 2 matches. The first of which is against Liverpool this week, and then we face Arsenal. We've managed to beat Chelsea, Wolves, Manchester United and Spurs. If we can take out Liverpool and Arsenal here today with all 3 points, all that remains in sort of our title push for the top 6, picking up those top 6 scalps, will be Manchester City. Alrighty, Liverpool playing a stronger squad than what Manchester United played. Matip Gomez, maybe there's a slight injury to Van Dijk there, but a strong midfield 3, and Mo Salah, Mane and Firmino leading from the top. Mane on the right-hand side there. Shaqiri, facing his former side, has had a tremendous season so far, scoring an array of goals. Against United, free kicks, a bicycle kick as well against United. I recommend go checking out that one. Vardy there looking to feed through the former Swiss international for Liverpool. And Shaqiri nearly goes all the way. Man, oh man, I'm sure Jurgen Klopp will miss the blitzkrieging pace on the right. I guess he's Swiss, so he's neutral, so I guess he doesn't blitzkrieg. I don't know. Mane there in the box there, trying to get a bust by Sayuncu, and we're just trying not to lose possession in our defensive back line there. Vardy looking to find Shaqiri again, and he's all over Andy Robertson, so much so he's gone offside, and it's still 0-0 just before the 25th. Andy Robertson trying to bring it out from the back. The Scottish international finds Ndidi, who turns Keita in midfield. Tielemans finds Pavon and can't flick it past the backtracking and quick and agile Joe Gomez. Salah receives the ball aerially and gets it down to feet, but it's a poor pass as Keita drops back. Tielemans, Maddison, looking to thread through Vardy. Maddison, back to Vardy. Vardy on the break here. He only has to beat Joe Gomez. And he nearly does. Indeed, he nearly picks up the crumbs. If we can pick up 3 points here against the likely champions in real life, it'll be a godsend. And it was Pavon to win the header there. The number 7, the former LA Galaxy man, starts off the scoring against Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool for £30 million. An absolute bargain. Shaqiri, the Swiss international, whips it into the box, creating a magnificent goal there. Christian Pavon scores his 4th goal of the league campaign. Wijnaldum dominating the left-hand side now, somehow miraculously keeps that one in, and Maddison has to drop back and hits the exhausted Wijnaldum. Tielemans could have gone easily to Pavon, but unselfishly went back to Vardy to try and push through the centre. But we've been all over Liverpool, away at Anfield. Maddison still proactively pushing and pressing the ball forward. It's a bit of a clash of 2 systems and 2 sides. 4-3-3 attack against theirs. Playing high octane, attacking a gegenpress, closing down the enemy opposition where we can, and relentlessly pushing forward. Vardy hits the... Whoa! Okay, hits the post. The ball comes out to Ndidi, who hits it. Oh, how's he got a foot to that? And he's flicked it away. That nearly went in. That had so much power in it. Ndidi charging like a bull in a china shop. Pavon somehow brings it back from the edge of the area. Man, these bullets coming in flying thick and fast. 1-0, we've still got the lead. Alisson. Good header. Vardy. Now we've got a really good stat for this series. Whenever we've scored first, we've gone on to win. Maddison. Mane on the right. Indeed, he has to drop back. Oh, God, nearly got played there, but he's got it. Xherdan Shaqiri. Maddison. Robertson comes out to contest, but he drops back in the quick of time. Maddison finds Tielemans. A nice back heel from Ndidi. He's going forward. He's got space at the edge of the area. Shoot! How have we not scored? It should be 2-0. Vardy. It's Jamie Vardy. Charging. With Skittles and Red Bull in his system. Bursting through his veins. The attack's been snuffed out. And Ox has found Fabinho. Mane just going to put it on a plate here by Firmino. Firmino goes for goal and he scores. First time on the attack there. 1-1. Roberto Firmino. Bobby Firmino goes and celebrates with his manager and gives Jurgen Klopp a big old hug for his fourth goal of the season. He's trying to make some substitutions. Unfortunately, Weghorst is injured. He was substituted off before the match even started in our suggested substitutions. Perez, Gray coming on for Leicester. Hopefully they can do something. Iose up top. Maddison's created some space here. And especially for Gray on the right. Man, if we had Weghorst in the box, please. Gray. Leicester. Pratt. Ah. Perez. Perez! Ah, you fucking Pratt. We've done well here, seeing as I don't have Van Dijk. Oh. Pratt. Oh. 1-1. A draw away at Anfield. It's not bad, but I wanted the 3 points. I wanted to put this title without a shadow of a doubt. Because Liverpool are going to push us all the way. They usually do in this 5 is realism mod. Maddison. Iose. Yes. Iose Perez on the break. It's a 3v2 to Maddison. It's James Maddison. Yes. He is worth every penny we paid Norwich. 2-1 in the 91st there. James Maddison. Like I said earlier this season, I wanted to play him as a bit of a false 9. I want him to be fluid and connected with Jamie Vardy, dropping back and going forward there. And he's essentially from that cutback from Perez. I'm really impressed with that assist. I'm happy he didn't go for goal. But he was being an out-and-out striker there, James Maddison. And we've snatched the 3 points here, 2-0 away. Come on. Okay, guys, after playing 11 matches, we currently sit in third with 28 points. Spurs are leading with 31. Man City are second with 29, Liverpool in fourth with 23, Everton in fifth with 20 points, Chelsea in a whopping 7th place with 18 points, and United in 8th, Watford and Everton taking the 5th and 6th spot respectively. How crazy is that? We've got a match coming up against Arsenal at the King Power Stadium. If we can take out the Londoners here today like we did with Chelsea and Spurs, there'll be no more left. Okay, guys, welcome to the King Power Stadium. If we can beat Arsenal here, all that remains for the top 6 is, of course, Man City. So we're already, 28 points in after 11 games, and we've already faced a lot of the top players. Oh, they've signed Yusuf Poulsen. Did they really? Wow, that's really cool, because we actually had identified Weghorst and Poulsen as a target man replacement for my additional striker. Poulsen plays for Rasenball Leipzig. He's a lot quicker, a little bit more agile than Weghorst. He is 2 inches small. I think he's 6'2", but he's worth a considerably more amount. But Shaqiri's just gone all the way here on the left, burning through the Arsenal defence. They must have had a cup match because they're playing Saka. They're not even playing Leno in goal there. It's 2-1. Vardy puts it on a 1-0. 2-1? It was 1-0 in the last match. 2-1. Yeah, it was 2-1 in the last match, yeah. Shaqiri there, the number 11's broken away. 7th goal of the season, just before the 10th. What a weird back line. Nelson, Saka and stuff. Poulsen's even leading the line. Ozil, Willock, Socrates, Dani Ceballos, Looks like his loan will be terminated in real life for Arsenal. Fell out of favour under Unai Emery, and it doesn't look like he's even getting picked under Arteta. And the shot's been dragged wide there. Maddison holding off Willock. He's put in a good tackle there, Willock. And Ozil and Poulsen look to counter. Ricardo Pereira. Buddy goes for goal and scores. Ospina can't really do too much about that. It's 2-0. Jamie Vardy coming to celebrate in front of me just before the 20th. Ozil, the former Werder Bremen player. And of course, Yusuf Poulsen, the former Rasenball Leipzig player. They've got a sort of a Bundesliga connection up front. I like it. I like it a lot. They probably sit on a similar wavelength playing-wise. And especially with Poulsen spending the majority of his career in Germany, away from his native Denmark. Should play quite well with them. But anyway, Maddison's gone for goal there against Martinez. That's Martinez, not Ospina. Ospina was the other guy they let go to Napoli, wasn't it? It's actually Martinez. That's even worse. I just assumed it was Ospina. What is this? FIFA 17 Simpzy, you fuckhead? Because that was their... Yeah, it must have been the 16 or 17 when they had Ospina as their second goalkeeper. I guess it is Martinez now. Milton and Niles and Nelson on the right. Once again, Arsenal and United sitting so far back. Maybe they've just had an abundance of injuries because it could be a bit of a leading factor or catalyst. But Ozil has the captain armband in this. Yeah, it's pretty interesting that the two squads that are playing their starting 11, their strongest starting 11, Liverpool, Spurs, even Chelsea somewhat, they're doing well. But United and Arsenal are not doing too shabby or healthy. Nice little back heel by Vardy. Shaqiri's offside there, surely. But I like the attacking intensity. I'd rather offsides come in and sizzle out than having a player sitting so far back on a low work rate, not creating everything. I prefer high than low. Vardy and Maddison creating something here. Vardy nearly ran out of space there, but he just had to shoot for it. 3-0 in the 67th there. We're running through Arsenal's defence like carving a cake. It's game, set, match now. What a belter. What a fucking belter by Jamie Vardy there. Scores 9 goals, the number 9. He's putting Arsenal to the sword here. Myself and Jamie Vardy. Poulsen trying to bring something back and create something with Saka. Kolasinac on the left puts it aerially to Ozil. They need to sort of get rid of that because aerial attacks are just such a waste. Especially if they're not timed out. But Pavon's... Why has he got so much space there? Pavon's got this. Surely. I was actually tempted to sort of go into the right-hand side of the net, but we got closed down there a little bit by David Luiz. Had to rush it there by Pavon. 4-0 in the 82nd. 6 goals this season. Pavon, Shaqiri, and Vardy. An amazing front three. I do recommend it. Jose Perez is going to come on. Gray and Pratt. Weghorst is still injured. Actually, you know what? Let's bring on Iheanacho. We haven't had him having a run in the squad too much. Received a couple of offers for him. The former Manchester City man. Iheanacho gets the ball well. Perez finds Gray. It's Gray in the box here in the final third. Gray finds Iheanacho, and it's a nice low-driven pass into the box, and then a sweaty, cheeky goal by the end. Iheanacho in the 90, the number 14 makes it 5-0 against Arsenal, and it's a shameful display. And I think that's it. Here today, we have 2 matches coming up. The first of which is against Manchester City, and then we face Chelsea in the Carabao Cup final. Here today, we can consolidate and hopefully secure our Premier League title push if we can beat Manchester City here today away at the Etihad. This season thus far, my main objective is, of course, to try and win the Premier League like we did in the previous season under Claudio Ranieri. And we want to go on a cup run as well in the FA Cup or Carabao/Carling Cup. So far this season, we have taken 4 of what I would consider the top 5 Premier League sides. We've taken their scalps. We have beaten United, Chelsea, Spurs, Liverpool. And hopefully here today, we can beat Manchester City. We've scored some phenomenal goals along the way. An amazing bicycle kick by Xherdan Shaqiri. And a really good brace as well. Sterling has found Aguero. And we're 1-0 down 18 minutes in. Our stat this season is quite interesting. Every single game we've scored first in, we've won. Unfortunately, we've conceded against Man City. So the stats are not with us so far. Vardy trying to get the flick on, but gets intercepted. De Bruyne really pushing us there. Tielemans intercepts. Man City pushing way too many players forward. Vardy waiting for the followed up run of Shaqiri. Trying to get inside to Maddison. João Cancelo loses it. We get it back. And Fernandinho recycles the ball. He's actually signed a new contract in real life for Man City. Sterling putting it aerially over the top. Trying to find Silva. And Schmeichel's had to come out there. But let me know in the comments players you'd like me to sign for January. Fernandinho. Man City pushing forward with their 1-goal lead. Tielemans doesn't want to commit and get a red or a yellow. Ndidi trying to create something out. Vardy. Man City closing us so quickly down here. We had to instantly cut back with Shaqiri and create some space. Maddison to Vardy. 1-on-1. It's too much of a heavy touch and it's gone right into the path of Ederson. Vardy at the other end does manage to make it 1-1 just for the 44th there. And bring some sort of dignity back for the Foxes, and that's something special. A magnificent goal there by Jamie Vardy. 11 goals this season thus far. Tielemans looking to find Shaqiri on the right. He somehow does, getting closed down so quickly. We need to target Angelino, the weakest of the 4-man backline. Tielemans. Maddison turns. A nice little back heel to Vardy. A second back heel. And it's Pavon. Leicester can't quite secure the 3 points yet. But 2 back heels to Pavon. And this is a title-winning side. I'm sure of it. The ball comes sloppily to Schmeichel. And he plays it out quickly with a throw. Maddison. Ndidi. Vardy puts it past Stones here, and Pavon's just too quick. He's been tackled in the box, but you got to give it to John Stones. 1-on-1 there. Was prolific in getting the ball. Man City still maintain possession with the throw-in. Fernandinho back to Silva over the top. Chilwell has to win the header, and he does. Tielemans with the flick on. Maddison with the flick on. Can't even take a move, just has to pass it. And Man City intercept. It's 1-0. Look, 1-1 at the Etihad, I'll take it. But it'll just make things easier if we can get a win. Because it really changes things up. Because with FIFA's Ultimate Difficulty Realism mod, every single point counts in the Premier League. With this mod, teams in the league are like Madrid and Barca get 100 points. Man City and Liverpool get 100 points as well. And Maddison on the break there. I don't know why there was so much space there in the 66th minute for James Maddison to score there. I mentioned before the stat that we've won every single match we've scored first in. And looks like we're going to correct the statistician here today, because at the end of the day, you got to remember, stats are for mugs. James Maddison there makes it 2-1 against the Citizens, Manchester City. Come on, the Foxes. 5 goals for him. Xherdan Shaqiri just beating Angelino once more. In the box now, mounting pressure. A nice little fake and feint. But the ball and final pass in the final third wasn't good enough. It's time to make some substitutions. I'm happy to officially announce and confirm that Weghorst is back from his injury. Coming on here now along with Ayoze Perez and Gray. Maddison and De Bruyne battling each other out. I'd love to see James Maddison over his career become the next Kevin De Bruyne. I don't know if he's just there just yet, but you never know. I'd love to see Jack Grealish become like the next David Beckham as well. I don't think he's going to be like on the commercial side, but playing ability would be cool. God, we need him at United. Fuck me. Ayoze Perez waiting for the sensible delivery. Weghorst blitzing away here. The Austrian international puts it on a plate for Pavon. And the pass is a little bit too heavy. Ayoze gets tackled. Weghorst just has to go for goal. But I've been talking shit about Angelino this entire match. Saying we have to expose him. He's done well in defence. And Silva there recycling possession for the Citizens. And De Bruyne holding on there from the foul. Bernardo Silva. João Cancelo, the right back, pushing incredibly far forward. That's those wing back capabilities that they have. Look at the passing possession there as well. This is a full back charging the line into the box. And João Cancelo nearly scores. Pep Guardiola bringing on Otamendi for Fernandinho. I guess they might be slightly sitting back. Just need to hold on possession now. Sometimes the best form of defence is attack. And we might get one last late one here. Pavon to Perez. And Edison gets hit off his mark. Ben Chilwell to James Maddison. And that's it. The full-time whistle has blown. We have beaten Manchester City here today. Leicester have beaten all 5, what I would consider the top 5 sides. Shameful for the Premier League. We have £60 million in the bank now as of the 1st of January. Unfortunately, Ndidi has picked up an injury. And just looking at the squad with £60 million to push on and confirm and consolidate, we can sign some new players. Now, looking statistically, Kasper Schmeichel hasn't had the best of season. I'm not going to lie. Along with Ben Chilwell, they're getting a lower than a 7 rating. So I am looking to replace Perez, Kasper Schmeichel. He's 33 at the end of the day, and potentially Ben Chilwell if a massive offer comes through for him. But we currently sit in second, 2 points behind Spurs. Now, I've got 2 offers on the table here. We can pick in Jordan Pickford from Everton for £25 million at 84 overall. Has had an okay season at Everton. However, at 25 years of age, he can be our goalkeeper for the next 5. If he has a long career as Schmeichel, potentially 7 years. For £25 million, 25 years of age, 84 overall, I preferenced Pickford over the likes of Jack Butland. He's also a really good Premier League player that you can bring up from the Championship. I've also gone out and signed Rafael Guerreiro from Borussia Dortmund for £34 million. Ben Chilwell, in real life, along with Harvey Barnes, works functionally and incredibly well for Leicester. In FIFA, they are sluggish and slow, and they're just not good enough. I need a left-sided fullback like Pereira, and Rafael Guerreiro fits those attributes. He's Portuguese as well. We're going to have 2 Portuguese fullbacks ripping forward there, and it'll just sort of give Pavon and potentially Tielemans a bit of a chance going forward. So I'm delighted to announce as well that we've made it all the way to the Carabao Cup final against Chelsea, who we beat earlier in the season 2-0. Shaqiri scored an amazing free kick, but unfortunately they picked up a red card. We've had some injuries here now in January. Pratt and Ake are actually out injured, so we're going to have to tweak the squad somewhat. So Correa is now 82 rated. Pereira is 85 rated. Indeed, he's 84. Vardy. We're going to have to nearly bring Ben Chilwell back into our backline for now, as we're having a little bit of a centre-back and injury crisis. We bought in Ake to replace Maguire, but we nearly need a third centre-back of choice. But we're going to Wembley. A nice day out. We're facing Frankie Lamps. 2-0 was the scoreline last time we faced them. They started with Michi Batshuayi up front. David Neres, the Brazilian international. I can't remember who he plays for off the top of my head. He either plays for PSV Eindhoven or Feyenoord, Ajax, one of those Dutch clubs. I can't remember. I don't think he plays for Ajax, but he could very well. Anyway, let's have a look at Chelsea. William Jose. Wow. They've gone and splashed the cash on another striker up front. If you're playing William Jose, I guess it's Jose because he's Spanish, not Jose. Why wouldn't you just play Morata? Probably a better quality player. But to be fair, William Jose probably fits that Diego Costa brute force role a bit better, if they want to go for that. I quite like it. It's a good signing. But I personally would have saved my cash and probably gone with Morata. Indeedy now. Tielemans trying to create something to get our first piece of silverware this season. If we can do the double, I will not consider this season a failure. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see season 2, because it looks like we're going to hit... Oh my god, Tielemans has gone all the way there with a blistering run back and forth to make it 1-0 before the 13th. Yeah, we're probably going to get Champions League football next season, because I reckon we've confirmed Europa League, but Champions League football does look nail on. Let me know in the comments. Vardy, Xherdan Shaqiri. The ball fizzles out. Rudiger. Matson playing left fullback. Jorginho. Neres. Loftus-Cheek back to Matson there. Beats one. Shaqiri's have to drop back and hold. Jorginho back to Matson. 1-0 is only the scoreline. Oh, William Jose there, committing his body in Chelsea's final third. William drops back. A £20 million bid from Barcelona was launched for him in real life. Nearly joined United a couple of seasons ago, if I'm not mistaken. There's always so many transfers about him, because he's such a top-notch quality first-team player. And Pickford there has saved the shot on his debut. What a match to have your debut in. Schmeichel has let some sloppy goals through this season, not too many, compared to like my Chelsea rebuild with Kepa. But Pickford, English born and bred, 84 rated. I could have gone with the slighter cheaper option of Butland, but he doesn't have the potential like Jordan Pickford. Indeedy, back to Vardy now. Comfortably holding the defensive line. It's Maddison there. Boom! On the volley. 2-0 just before the 43rd minute. What a blinder there by James Maddison. He has scored so many crucial and top-notch clinching goals there. What a finish by James Maddison. On the volley, the ball comes in aerially, switches and hammers it into the centre. Hits along the deck as well. James Maddison there, first goal of the Carabao Cup. Willian tries to nutmeg Ben Chilwell, but even without Nathan Ake, we're still putting in a tremendous performance against Chelsea. Maybe bringing in someone like Rudiger might work well. And then maybe dropping Sionchu maybe as a replacement. I quite like Rudiger in FIFA. Oh, Shaqiri somehow beaten Maatsen there. And he's away. Xherdan Shaqiri, the number 11. Nearly puts the ball out of play, but he puts the cross in by the smallest of margins. Loftus-Cheek. Chelsea now on the counter-attack, but Ben Chilwell playing an inverted centre-back. We're essentially playing like a lopsided 4-3-3 in defence that we've had to adapt on the fly. William Jose nearly smashes Pickford's clean sheet. But already having the confidence to be number 1, he's still got it. Dzeko? Really? Frankie Lamps has made the decision not to stick with Michy Batshuayi that we faced against him earlier in the season, nor Tammy Abraham. He's got Edin Dzeko up top. It's a poor ball by Maddison after creating a hell of a chance. Tielemans has to finish. Ndidi has to finish. Ndidi! Zuma! How the hell has he saved that on the line? Scenes here at Wembley. Rafael Guerrero and Pickford coming into the squad. Slightly changes the functionality of it. But they've been very good and welcome replacements. But Edin Dzeko there, the former Wolfsburg striker and Manchester City player, has made it 2-1 there for Chelsea and proving he's still got it from his transfer from Roma. Man, oh man, it feels like an eternity ago when Dzeko was in the Premier League. We're going to bring on our own Werder Bremen, Wolfsburg striker there, Weghorst. We'll have the battle of the Bundesliga in a moment up front, I assure you. Maddison trying to find Weghorst. Beats Jorginho, but the shot gets blocked and he somehow gets the ball back for a second chance. Drops back into midfield to get the comfortable passing display of Ndidi. Weghorst looking to turn Azpilicueta and Rudiger. Still holding the ball well. Somehow gets a cross away. Nearly trips over because of it. Weghorst now. It's too much of a heavy touch on Zuma there. Oh, but he's stuck in a tackle and continues to push and keep the pressure on. But that's it. The full-time whistle has blown. We've won our first piece of silverware under the Leicester City Simpzy era. 2-1 against Frankie Lamps Chelsea. We've scored 2 goals against them once again this season, like in the Premier League calendar earlier on in the season. We've won the Carabao Cup. That's a huge, massive tick for the Foxes. Celebrations are nigh and now. And then we're going to focus on, of course, securing our Premier League title and going for an FA Cup run. Here today we have the final match of the season. We have the penultimate fixture to secure the Premier League title. It's make or break. If we do not beat Manchester United here today or draw, we will lose the Premier League title. We've gone and won the Carabao Cup earlier on, and unfortunately we got dumped out of the FA Cup. However, we have secured Champions League football for next season if we do it. So let me know in the comments if that is something you guys would like to see. Now, I did say if I didn't on Ultimate Difficulty win the Premier League and go on a cup run, I will consider this series a failure. We've managed to beat all of the top 5 sides that I would consider, such as Liverpool, Spurs, Manchester United and City and Chelsea this season already. We've gotten draws against Southampton and Wolves and Everton. So we've done quite well so far. I attribute my success once again to my signings. Shaqiri, Pavon, do recommend them if you want lightning quick wingers Obviously, Shaqiri is Premier League proven, and sort of the financial capacity, Pavon is quite a shrewd signing. We've already beaten Manchester United earlier on in this season. They have had a woeful injury crisis, and they have let a lot of their players go. Martial and Rashford leaving for Barcelona and Bayern Munich. Vardy on the break here to make it 1-0. He's hammered it past Greenwood. They have brought in some new signings, Lundbrassen, I believe, a fair few other Dutch internationals, but they're really relying on Danny James and Mason Greenwood to lead the line. Vardy starts off the scoring his 21st goal of the season. We've been pushed all the way by Jose Mourinho's Spurs. Liverpool, Man City and United really sitting off. Burnley, Sheffield United and Southampton in the likely relegation zone. Tielemans trying to bring it out from the back. Maddison there trying to create something for Jamie Vardy. Dodges the slide tackle by Matic. James Maddison was tempted to leave in January to United, but the offer wasn't large enough and now he stayed at the club. Jay Lings has found Mata, still holding the ball well. Chilwell's come back into the squad. Unfortunately, Rafael Guerreiro has picked up an injury, so we don't have our two Portuguese fullbacks. Chilwell doing quite well. Nathan Ake's back from his short injury, along with Weghorst. Lingard, 39 yards out, trying to create something for United. It goes far. We managed to replace in January Ben Chilwell on the left, but he's come in as an injury replacement. We had a big offer from him from Chelsea, but it was a big offer for him, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't close enough for my evaluation. We've also brought in Rafael Guerreiro for £30 million, just in case he does leave next season. Kasper Schmeichel is 33 years of age, and he has been a little bit shaky this season. In real life, goalkeepers have a lot more longevity, and you need to be a lot less ruthless with them in real life than in FIFA. 33 years of age. Unfortunately, Kasper Schmeichel had to go. We signed Everton's Pickford, as Everton now are still falling down the mid-table Premier League ladder and standings. 1-0 up here, United trying to create something with a really young squad. They shouldn't be relying on James and of course Greenwood, but they are. Ricardo Pereira breaking away here now. Maddison and Vardy on the counter attack. Lindelof can't contend with the rapid pace of Vardy, and he's gone and scored a brace. All we needed was a draw in this match, and we've flooded the Manchester United's final third and defensive line. Jamie Vardy is running rampant through United's back line. Even with the odds 5,000 to 1 in the previous season, Leicester have gone and done it again. We were meant to be shaken and shut out by the exit of Harry Maguire. But secret agent Harry Maguire is going to help us a long way for this match. We also signed Nathan Ake, the former Bournemouth and Chelsea defender. So even if Chelsea come back for him in the future for like £70 million, we're going to be able to restructure our defence with the best defensive line that Europe has to offer if we want to. Sold Harry Maguire for £80 million. I reckon Ake would probably go for a similar bid in the future if one comes in. 2-0 up just before the 40th, and Leicester look incredibly likely to win the Premier League for the second time in the 20th century. Vardy now. James Maddison there breaking away against Lindelof. James Maddison gets the shot blocked by Victor Lindelof. From the corner kick here now, Maddison, the number 10, whips it into the box. Indeed, he rises to the occasion. We have had some interest from PSG for his signing, so we have to sort of fend off those interests where we can. Make sure there's no cheeky business or tapping up of players, as it were. But half-time is now called in the 47th minute. Manchester United trail for now. Ashley Young is still at the club. In real life, he signed for Manchester, or Inter Manchester, I like to call them. The amount of Premier League players they have signed is just nuts. Lukaku, Young, Sanchez on loan, Eriksen now. The amount of players, Conte. If Conte can't manage Manchester United, he's going to bring Manchester United to him. I love it. Lingard now pressing forward. Indeed, he comes through like a freight train, but you got to give it to Jay Lings. He has managed to hold on 2 tackling attacks from Ndidi and Tielemans. Scott McTominay, McSaucy manages to make it 2-1 on the 50th minute there to bring it back, but we have a large enough and comfortable lead, I believe, to hold on to no less a draw in this match. We've already beaten Manchester United at Old Trafford. We have the home field advantage here at the Pink King Power Stadium. We should be able to hold on. Scott McTominay scores his first goal on the last day of the season of the 2019-20 campaign. Greenwood now trying to find Juan Mata on the right. Manages to skip past Tielemans. Lingard now holding the midfield strong. Is that Matic charging forward? What are these tactics? And indeed he comes in and chops him down and receives a yellow for his actions on the 54th. 24 yards out now, just outside the edge of the area. Fred, Matic, a lot of quality players can go for this. Mata goes for goal. He did score a tremendous free kick from memory a couple of seasons ago at St James's Park in Newcastle from a similar position. I believe he ran and hugged David De Gea. I remember watching that match live. Vardy there finds Fred. Back to Jesse Lingard. And we've snuffed out another Manchester United counter-attack, and it's a double counter-attack. Shaqiri on the break. Xherdan Shaqiri has been an absolute godsend this season. Unfavoured and out of touch under Jurgen Klopp for £30 million. Xherdan Shaqiri has joined Leicester City and has lived up to the Mahrez role, scoring 20 goals in his first season for Leicester. The number 11, the Swiss international and captain, makes it 3-0. Pickford comes out and bombs it north, all the way back to Manchester. That's where we're going to be throwing back the Red Devils. Sure. Can they break and get another goal here? But that's it. The full-time whistle has blown. We have beaten Manchester United twice on 2 occasions this season. Jamie Vardy scoring a brace. Scott McTominay breaking Pickford's clean sheet, making it 2-1, and then it was 3-1 in the end there by Xherdan Shaqiri. Misfits, outcasts, and in-betweeners have made up this Leicester City title-winning squad for the second time. We've gone and done the double, boys. So, guys, if you've enjoyed this Leicester City rebuild and series, feel free to leave the video a like. Subscribe if you're new around here. It really helps me out a bunch. Bringing in 2 wingers definitely played a massive role. Bringing in Rafael Guerreiro. My midfield for Leicester is... The thing is, Leicester's midfield is actually perfect because you've got an attacking midfielder in Maddison that can create and push forward. Tielemans is his overall ability, just being like a complete midfielder. He's more... minus the defence. Well, there's minus the defence of that. His passing display is tremendous. Through balls over the top. Absolute point precision. I'd like to call Ndidi more of a complete player with more of the defensive line. Rafael Guerreiro coming in, my 2 wing-backs, and Pereira. My defensive line was... It could be more fine-tuned. Nathan Ake and the Turkish Soyuncu could have been... You could have had a bit more of a bruiser or maybe a battler. Like, I was actually identifying Eric Bailly if he wasn't injury-prone instead of Nathan Ake. Like, physically, he would be a better partner with Nathan Ake or Soyuncu, vice versa. We've managed to identify the weakness in Schmeichel. As we hit January, we've managed to pick up Pickford. So what I would recommend, if you were to do your own Leicester City career, be mindful of the wingers, potentially bringing in 1 or 2, because Harvey Barnes is a little bit slow. You do need a different type of striker, as Iheanacho and Vardy are too similar. I went with a target man in Weghorst. Left back wise, Ben Chilwell, although he's amazing in real life and has a huge potential, he's quite good on Football Manager. FIFA, when it relies on speed, fast pace and pressing, which I like to play, you might want to sort of find a similar player like Ricardo Pereira and go for like Rafael Guerrero. Goalkeeping wise, you might want to look at home for goalkeepers first. Jack Butland, Pickford are quite good. You also could go international like Lopez from Olympic Lyon. You can pick him up on a smaller rate. But unfortunately, it's time to end it here. Thanks for watching. There's a lot more top Premier League sides I would like to play as, along with Europeans. So let me know in the comments if you guys would like to see more career series and rebuilds on FIFA 20. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're not enjoying the series, feel free to leave a dislike. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box these days. To get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click subscribe, of course, and the bell to join the notification squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. If you guys want to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, maybe some PSN and Xbox codes to buy packs for Ultimate Team, or maybe just some games, I really do recommend checking out my affiliation link, G2A. There's some really good prices, so even just looking around, to be honest. Anyway, the Patreon and Steam group there as well. Come and join the community on Steam. My name has been Simpzy. Stay tuned for more videos on the channel. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Mahrez whips it into the box. Royce! That is just ridiculous. With the layup, Marco Royce